Hi guys, and welcome back to another In the Headlights podcast, where today is going to be very, very exciting. Have to say thank you as well to BOTB.com. They're the guys that give away a dream car every single week, guaranteed. You only have to be 16 or over, and it is a worldwide competition. If you want to go and have a look at BOTB.com, it is in the description below. Go and check them out, and it's my job, and we've covered this many times, to go out on a Tuesday and surprise the winner with whatever they've won. So it's quite incredible, absolutely amazing. But what is even more amazing is the, I suppose you could say, plethora of cars we have behind us.
Indeed, we are in the candy shop today. This is Auto Vivendi, and for those poor people who can't see, well, no, unfortunately, those who can see us, I'm sorry because of our faces, but behind us today, we have the most ridiculous collection of cars. I don't think we've actually totted up the value, but it'll probably be in the title somewhere, won't it? Of how much
We could add that in, I'm sure.
Yeah, we have got, just directly behind us, an Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, a McLaren 720S.
Well, we'll go through the list in a minute, because I've got it.
Of course, yes.
I've got it here, and we can chat to the main man that...
Yes, because in front of us we have Craig Williams.
Hi guys, welcome to Auto Vivendi.
Thank you.
It's amazing here. I love coming here.
It's brilliant.
Patrick has never been here before, the guy behind the camera, and he walked through the door and he just went, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's nice, thank you.
It's absolutely incredible. So, Craig, you're the director here. There's a couple of directors at
Yeah,
Auto
there's
Vivendi.
myself and my two business partners. Yeah,
Okay. And you're in charge of this incredible collection.
Yeah, we're very lucky. We're blessed. Coming to work is never a chore for us. We treat the business very seriously, but we have a lot of fun in the process.
Yeah, I can see that. So, where did Auto Vivendi start? Was it always a supercar members club, or was it more of anyone can come in and rent cars? Or how did it evolve?
Well, it's always been a members club. It was started by a guy called Eric Fairbairn, who I think you've spoken to before.
Yeah, we've had him on.
Good friend of the club. He's now at Pod Point, of course, doing wonderful things for the environment. Yeah, he started.
And you're
this.
here burning all the petrol.
Exactly. Yeah, he's setting right all the wrongs. But he started it. I think it was 14 years ago now, and it's been continually running ever since then. I've been involved here for nearly 5 years, and we're just building the collection and making the events and experiences and the whole involvement of being a member of the club as exciting as it can be.
So with this club element then, people sign up for membership, or are they invited? How does it work?
Yeah, membership's by application. People apply to us, they call us, they email us, all manner of different ways, or through our website. And once we've met them and had a chat, they can join the club, and we allocate them a pool of points, and they swap those points for time in the cars. It's as simple as we can make it, really. But it's not a one-off membership. It is a proper club. It's a proper membership. We have a lot of fun, camaraderie, all those good things, and people really enjoy being a member of the club. We have members who've been with us for over 10 years.
Amazing. And it is, I suppose, we'll come on to this in a second, but a great way to own, and I use inverted commas, own a supercar, to have use of a supercar, and not just one. Many. Absolutely.
We say it's a financially astute way of having access to these cars. Lots of our members own supercars or classic cars, and lots of them have other nice toys as well. But it's nobody will realistically buy 15 to 20 cars a year like we will. So it's a good way of getting into all the latest cars very quickly. As you see, we've got 2 DBS Superleggera here, another one on the way. We've got 3 720, so the list goes on.
I was going to run through the quick list now, because it's on the website, on the Auto Vivendi website. Yeah. So current car collection reads as follows. Lamborghini Aventador S Roadster, McLaren 720S in white, McLaren 720S in blue, McLaren 720S in another blue. Yes, we have 2. Love that. Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, you've got 2 of those. Yep. A McLaren 600 LT, which is right amazing.
There, which looks fantastic.
So good. Ferrari 488 GTB, Rolls-Royce Wraith, Lamborghini.
2 of those.
Oh, you got 2 of the Wraiths, right? Lamborghini Urus, McLaren 570S Spider, Aston Martin DB11, Honda NSX, Aston Martin Vantage, Jaguar F-Type SVR, Range Rover Vogue, and then you've got cars coming soon. Now, this is quite an interesting list as well. Yeah. So, March this year, March 2019, Lamborghini Aventador SVJ.
Yowza.
You've got the 600 LT Spider. That will be insane. Hurricane Performante Spider, that's also coming in March. Senna, McLaren Senna, June. And you say special event only, special use only. So is that for a lot of the track stuff?
We're going to be doing a special event, which is yet to be announced, which will be at the private Ascari race resort in Spain. So a real once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Okay. Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster, September this year. 812 Superfast, a McLaren Senna GTR 2020.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. And then I love that you've also got past loves, all of our X's in one place, and people can have a look at all of the cars that you've had.
We've had a lot of cars
in the collection.
Yeah.
So this collection, did it start with just one car, or did you just go out and spend loads of money and buy 10? Like when Auto Vivendi first started, how many cars were in the collection?
Back in the day, when it was actually called a Curie 25 back then, but back in the day, yeah, the guys started with, I think they had a few Porsches, they had a few Ferraris, they had things like BMW M5s and M3s, which are still fantastic cars to drive, of course. But as we've kind of evolved over the years, we've kind of really pushed hard the caliber of the collection that we have. So pretty much every new supercar that comes out, we will buy. You know, we just look at the market and we work very closely with the manufacturers, and you know, we pretty much get one of everything.
I mean, that's one thing, isn't it? You've had in the past, we've seen the other aspect of this, of course, is VMAX, and we'll come on to that in a bit. But like you've had those events sponsored or co-run by Jaguar, by Aston Martin,
yeah.
And so you must just get such a good relationship with these companies. I mean, there's not many people out there, other than probably BOTB, who go out there and say, yeah, we're going to buy 5 Bentleys this year, we're going to buy 10 Astons, you know,
yeah,
6 or 7 McLarens every couple of weeks,
absolutely.
you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We work closely with them. The car manufacturers realise that we're a good source of people who buy cars. You know, lots of our members go on to buy cars, and it's a good place for them to come and try before you buy, if you like, so they get a proper experience of the cars. They'll still stay with the club, but they'll buy something that they particularly like. And, you know, we have been fortunate. We worked very closely with Aston Martin in the past and will be this year, which we're shortly going to announce. We're really excited about that. Jaguar, SVR. You know, we've worked with lots of manufacturers. We know the McLaren guys really well. And, you know, we've bought pretty much one of every McLaren or multiples of every McLaren. So, you know, we love cars. We love all the different brands, and we love the variety and the excitement that they can provide.
And with the membership then, so if people are listening to this and they think, you know what, I thought about maybe going out and buying a supercar, but I reckon in the first year of ownership, I'll lose 20 grand on it.
Yeah.
And they might only drive it 5 times
yeah.
or something. With the membership, what is there different pricing structures?
Yeah, membership starts from around £12,500 plus VAT. There's a one-off joining fee as well. And really up from there, and what you get with the increased money that you spend are increased points to spend on cars. So anybody at any membership level can use all of the cars. It's simply that as you spend more with us, we reward you with more points, and they rise more than proportionately. So people do very well out of it. People can, you know, we often get members who will buy a car, but they want to try something else. So rather than buying 2, they'll join the club as well. Or sometimes they'll join the club to, as I previously said, to try the cars first. But typically members get a good usage of cars, because lots of people, a common story we hear of people who bought supercars, as you said, they've maybe used them 5 or 6 times in a year, and it can cost them, you know, a considerable amount of money, as well as the financial outlay. So we're not here to replace the car buying process, but we are here to aid it and assist it, and act as a complementary vehicle, if you like, pardon the pun.
Well, I guess a lot of people, I mean, obviously you're based here in St John's Wood in London.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of people who live and work in London. They're doing very well. People work in the city, you know, wherever they are.
Yep.
They're earning big money. They like cars. They like supercars, but they haven't got any on-street. They've got on-street parking, or they've got no parking, or they live in an underground, you know, car park. All this kind of stuff. It's just not practical for some of those people to own a supercar.
Absolutely.
You know, and as you said, Christine, you know, they could just quite happily drop 30 grand on something. You know, the latest supercar could do really well, or it could drop 30 grand. So it is a very clever way of doing this.
It's quite a safe way. You know exactly what it's going to cost you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, insurance is included. You know, the consumables are included. You don't really have to think about anything. We deliver the cars and collect them, or people can come here.
That was the point I was going to make. Yeah, if you live in Yorkshire, what happens if you want to become a member?
Well, we have out-of-town memberships, which include a number of deliveries and collections as part of them. So you know exactly what you're in for from the beginning. We have a brand new race transporter and tow truck that we use, so the car will arrive to your door at the time you're expecting it, pristine, ready to go.
Nice.
I'm just wondering now if I should maybe just buy a membership rather than a car.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
So with the membership then, you've obviously said different levels and things.
Yep.
You guys, and maybe people that know a little bit about Auto Vivendi wouldn't know that you run a lot of events as well. So the VMAX 200 that you guys do, which is the incredible event where you try and get a car to 200 miles an hour over the long runway. You guys own and manage that, basically. That's your
I
that's your
started
event.
that, I think it was 17 years ago.
Wow.
I started VMAX, and it was as simple as myself and a few mates had some nice cars. We wanted to drive them quickly. At that time, there wasn't any level of premium track day. So there was no track day where you felt that you weren't at risk of somebody crashing into you necessarily. And we were quite concerned. And I thought, well, where's a good place to go and really drive fast? A runway is a good place. So we went and hired Bruntingthorpe, and VMAX 200 was born. It's obviously become a little bit more commercial over the years, and I think back in horror to the early days, safety-wise, of the first couple of events that we ran. But we now have MSS who do all the Top Gear programs, and they do Mission Impossible and Fast and the Furious. So they're a really good safety team. They've been with us pretty much since the start. So we safety is our biggest concern, of course, with VMAX. The cars have got so much more. There's so much power. When in the early days of VMAX, Porsche 996 Turbo, probably 420 horsepower. Now, an average hot hatch will have that much. So the cars of the speeds have become incredible, which is great, and it makes it very exciting. But with that, you have to counteract that with the appropriate safety measures, which we do.
So
but there's two cars right there that have got 700 plus horsepower.
Yeah,
That is crazy power, and they'll easily both top 200, won't they?
Oh yeah, I'm looking for. We haven't taken the DBS to the runway yet. I'm really looking forward to that because just having driven it a bit on the roads and at Ascari in Spain, it's a hell of a car. I mean, it's a bit more of a GT than an out and out sports car, which is good. But my God, it's got some punch when you hit the loud pedal. It really goes.
So with the membership then, and you get access to all the cars and these different events, we've mentioned VMAX. What other things can members see themselves getting involved with?
Well, we like to think of it as a whole kind of package that they get when they become a member of Auto Vivendi. So they'll come into the club, and we can kind of manage everything for them. We have everybody that joins gets a full lifestyle concierge, so they get a full concierge service that they can use, and
what does that actually entail?
The concierge service, it's a number that they can ring. It's a company called Elidor who are very proficient at providing great lifestyle experiences. So if they want help with holidays, restaurants, planning events, anything like that, then our
Tickets
concierge can help.
to shows or whatever.
Yeah, sporting events, all those kind of things. And it just makes for a really fun experience. But as well as that, with the membership, there's lots of complimentary fun things that happen as part of it. So we have a number of parties where we turn our clubhouse here into a little supercar nightclub for the night, and members come to those and socialise, and we have a full bar and entertainment. So
you don't remember leaving though, do you, Tim?
No.
It's advisable to book the next day off work when you come to one of our parties. But we do drive days. We go to Millbrook with Aston Martin. We VIP factory tours, launches of new cars, and lots of things that just come as part of your membership. They don't cost you any more. They're just a part of being a member of the club. In addition to that, we have the events like Monaco Grand Prix, where we're on a super yacht. We're taking 2 jets to the Geneva Motor Show, so 2 private jets, and we'll go to the Geneva Motor Show and see our friends from the manufacturers and have a nice day out and have a few glasses of champagne on the way and on the way back. And just all those sort of fun things that just enhance life and make it fun.
But I guess one massive plus of being part of this membership, weirdly, is meeting other members.
Yeah.
Because it's funny how when you get like-minded people in the same space, how then business opportunities might come out, friendships might come out of it. You never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
It's like being at school and going to, for me, being at college, say, and being part of the radio group. I made friends for life from that because we were part of this club. We had some similar interests, whether that's radio, cars, whatever. And all of a sudden, you've got mates, you've got business opportunities, you've got, deals that you could be doing here, there, and everywhere. So I suppose there's a lot of extra things you get from the membership other than just getting to drive nice cars.
Absolutely. So we liken it to a university club for grown-ups, if you like, successful grown-up, fun people. Because, if you think back to when you were 18 or 20 and you were maybe at school, college, university, and you'd say to your mates, does anybody want to go away for the weekend or go skiing or, whatever it is, go to Ibiza, 20 people will say yes. You get to 30 and you email your mates and maybe 5 respond and 2 turn up. You get to 40 and your mate's PA answers the phone and doesn't even put you through. And we liken it to a club for grown-ups who like the same sort of things, like having fun, just fun, laid-back people who want to enjoy each other's company. And, obviously similar interests, that nice cars, bikes, art, whatever it may be, but just fun, down-to-earth, cool people.
And do you have to be like a really wealthy, successful businessman to be a member?
No,
Is there
not
any
at all. Not
kind
at all. We have people from all walks of life, and just it's just about having a bit of passion and a bit of appreciation for the things that you can do in your time off. And for many people, of course it's a financial consideration, absolutely, but it's a time thing. A lot of people are time poor, and when they do have time off, they really want to enjoy themselves, and we're pretty good at helping with that.
Do you get a few businesses coming to you and saying, "Oh, we'd like to offer this to some of our employees," or if they get an employee of the month or something, they can drive a nice
Absolutely,
car?
yeah. Okay. We have corporate memberships where a number of people can use the cars, and whenever anybody joins the club, they do one of our Supercar drive days. So they'll go out with one of our predominantly ex-police instructors who will teach them roadcraft, which is progressive and being aware. Progressive road driving and being aware out on the roads. And it's a good start to membership with the club because for us, we treat our social responsibility pretty seriously. We're putting people in very expensive, very, very high-powered cars, and we want them to be safe and considered when they're out enjoying them. And from the corporate side, it's a really bloody good day out. People go and they can take 5 cars and have a really lovely day out, lunch at Jamie Oliver's mum's pub and swap cars all day. It's a good chance to try all the cars, and we frequently do those. So we do a lot of corporate events.
Yeah, I mean, I did the drive day.
Yeah.
Many years ago now, probably.
Yeah.
I think it was, and it's just from my own point of view, I learned so much on that day.
Yeah.
Because that's time, before I wanted to be able to drive some of these cars because I've worked with the guys before.
Yeah.
And just to get out there with somebody who's an ex-police instructor, I think there still is police instructor, was the guy at the time, and just teaching you this amazing roadcraft, like things that I didn't know about, overtaking and corners and watching the apex disappear and pointing, and it's like I learned so much that day, and that was years ago, and that's stuck with me, and I still try and use that every day that I drive now because it just makes you a better driver.
Absolutely, I'm exactly the same. And I mean, for many of us, we take our driving test at 17 or 18, and you don't receive any form of training after that.
That's it, you just let loose.
You're let loose, and you're kind of taught, our instructors say, you're taught to pass the test, not necessarily to drive. And,
so true.
particularly as you progress, and as I mentioned previously, cars have got a lot quicker. And, there's not a week that goes by that you don't see on the internet, one of these backwards in a hedge after a weekend. And, we really look after people and nurture them into the whole experience so they really understand the car that they're driving.
How difficult is the business side of it to run? Is it, because I mean, on paper it seems quite easy. You get people coming in, paying money, they get given points, they get to drive the cars. But how is it to run as a business? Is it very difficult? Is it very stressful, demanding?
Yeah, it's complex. We're very fortunate. My business partner Richard and I, we're very fortunate in that we love cars, we love the events, and we love the people that we interact with on a day-to-day basis. But at the end of the day, it is a business, and we have to run it as one, and we treat it very seriously. It feeds our children and all those kind of things. So yes, it's stressful. Yes, there are things that we have to. There's constant curveballs coming at you all the time, and the operational side of the business is something that we have to manage very tightly. It's always
you've got all these supercars sitting out here. Every single one of those needs servicing. It needs refueling. They need cleaning. They need tires. They need everything, don't they?
Absolutely, and it's always the curveball that you're not expecting that happens. A car that's just about to go out, and you drive onto the road outside, and it gets a puncture. But those are the things, and those are the reasons that people join the club, because if it's your own car, it's a total pain to manage. But we just take that away, and we manage it for people. In answering your question, it's a fun, great business, and we work very hard to make it successful. But it doesn't come without its stresses.
Correct. Of course, yeah. And I'm guessing, without probably going into details, but I'm guessing some of these cars sometimes inevitably will come back with a little scuff, or the alloy's been nicked or something, and that's something that you have to sort out, ready for it to go.
Sometimes
go back out again.
Sometimes, we're not there to sting our members. We get all work done at cost. We're very lucky. We have a really good car repair business that we work with, who are members of the club, and they really take care of the cars to a very, very high standard. So, but I'm talking, minor wheel scuffs and things like that. We manage it to an extent that it tends not to happen. But if it does, sometimes, you're talking a small amount to rectify it. So it's not a big scare.
And do all of your cars have, because I know with, I suppose, people that rent out supercars and things, I mean, this is slightly different because it's a club, but a lot of the rental side of the market have like trackers and remote, fobs that they can just turn the cars off. Do you have to run all of that with your fleet as
Yeah,
well?
I mean, we have trackers in the cars, we just in case for theft purposes, we have trackers in the cars and, we keep an eye on them, but it's not something really we particularly worry about. They're very safe when they're here. Our members are very sensible people who really look after them. But yeah, we have all the necessary tracking equipment that we need to make sure that they're always safe. In terms of turning a car off, we would never do that.
Yeah.
Not something we would do. I know that the rental market, but they're also dealing with perhaps a different set of people who they don't know. They're people renting cars that they've never met before. So I totally understand why they might do that. We get to know our members really well, and they're very cool people. We don't need to worry about things like that, really.
Yeah, I guess it becomes more like it's like an extended family, isn't it?
Totally.
I've been to like I said, I've been to a couple of the events before, and it's just an absolute laugh. Everyone is just they get on together, and if someone doesn't get on with everybody else, they probably wouldn't rejoin the next year.
Yeah,
but
it never
people
happens,
do.
though.
Yeah, people do.
It never happens. We're very fortunate. People tend to be very like-minded, and of course, some people bond with others more than some. But generally, people have a really great time with the club. We also get a lot of business done through the club, actually, because like-minded, successful people will find ways to work together as well, which is fantastic. It's not the reason they join, but it's a nice byproduct.
Do you ever have any members that get to the end of the year and go, "Oh my God, I've forgotten to even do anything," or do they burn through their points in the first month?
It totally varies. The way the club works actually is that when you join the club, your benefits start immediately, and you do your drive day, which I've mentioned to you. Your club membership actually starts on your first booking. So we're having people who are joining us right now who might not use a car until June or July.
Got it.
So yes, it has happened. We've had people who've come to a year later and called us in a panic and said, "I guess my membership's lapsed." And we're kind of, well, actually, it hasn't even started.
Yeah.
And they're thrilled, of course, by
amazing.
that.
That's
It's not
amazing.
the norm. It's not the norm. A lot of people get stuck in and start using cars straight away and really enjoy them. But, we take care of people.
And if you run out of points, can you basically just buy more
You
points?
just renew your membership.
Oh, I
you
see,
renew your
okay.
membership at that time and it just all carries forward. We have about 85% retention rate. So, we really work hard to look after people. But in turn, your points never expire. So as long as you remain a member of the club, we don't feel it's right to penalise people if they haven't had a chance to use their points. People are busy.
Okay, because I kind of thought it was a year's membership, but it's not really. It's a membership for as long as you have points.
Correct.
If you've got the points, you're good. Those points you could make last for 3 years, or you could go through them in 3 months.
You come to the end of your year after that first booking. If you've got some points left, people invariably renew their membership. They get a load more points and they just keep them rolling. Right. They just have a credit there that they use as and when they wish.
And I saw that recently you've got like a pay-as-you-go type thing now as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we wanted to offer a service whereby people could pay an amount to become a member of the club and then use cars on an ad hoc basis if they want to. Which is where it's not something that's massively popular because people really love the whole immersive membership experience. But it's just an additional thing that we offer to help people if that suits them better, suits their lives better.
It's fantastic. I mean, I'm just looking out through the window there. I'm looking past this beautiful DBS at the Lamborghini Urus.
Yeah.
Urus.
The BOTB gave away a few weeks ago.
Did
somebody won
an Urus?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Cash. So you've got the Urus, and there's a Range Rover Vogue up there as well.
Yep.
So it's not just the supercars, is it? So if it's going back to what I said earlier about somebody who lives in London and they've got a very fancy apartment and a lot of spare cash and not a lot of spare time, they might need to go and visit their parents, down in Devon for a weekend. They haven't got a car. They can get an Urus and they can take their kids, family, bags, everything. You've got the slightly more practical side. I mean, it's still a ridiculous car with 640 horsepower. Yeah. But you cover all the bases.
We do. We do. We try to tick every box. The Range Rover is very popular. If a member's flying in, something's happened, they'll call us and we can leave a Range Rover at the airport for them, for example. So it's just making sure that there's a complete package and a complete service. With the Wraith, we've got 2 Wraith, but occasionally people will ask to be driven in that if they're going to something nice. It's a nice way to arrive. So
if you ever need a driver, Craig, I'm usually free.
Very thoughtful, very kind. Thanks.
I'd imagine you get 1 or 2 people asking that.
Yeah, probably. Do any of the cars, depending on the car, do they have mileage limitations when people take them out?
No. We include 50 miles a day or 150 on a weekend. You can do as many as you want. It just uses up a percentage of a point per mile you do.
Oh, okay.
So we've tried to build a model that gives the consumer or our member maximum amount of bang for their buck, but but at the same time, it makes the club sustainable. So in 6 months when they want a car, we haven't disappeared. And we've worked hard to build that model and make it one that works for everybody, and it does really well.
And how does the availability of the cars work? Is it like an online system where you just say, right, I want the, McLaren on next Wednesday. Can they see the availability of all the cars?
Yeah, members have a private login to our membership portal. They can log on, they can see the cars, they can see what's available. We have amazing availability. Well, look outside now. We have amazing availability of cars. We've always got plenty of cars, and it's one thing that people always ask when they're thinking about joining the club, because I think they had visions back in the day of supercar clubs where maybe they had 2 or 3 cars, and it might be a case that they want a car for the weekend. Sorry, everything's gone. We've always got a minimum of 7 or 8 cars sat here, usually many more than that.
Yeah, and many more to come as well.
Yeah, we keep pushing it. We push pretty hard to keep the collection evolving, just to make it exciting for people. And
how long do you usually keep the cars for?
It totally varies. We'll typically buy 15 to 20 cars a year. A member that's been a member for a 12-month period will have had access to about 30 plus cars.
That's astounding, isn't it? And like I said, I keep going back to it, but it's not just the supercars and the practical ones. I mean, it goes down to, I say down. This is a all relative, isn't it? Down to an F-Pace, Jesus, what am I talking about? A Jag F-Type, SVR, and the new Aston Vantage. I mean, yes, they're still £100,000+ cars.
Yeah,
but
I love that Vantage. I love it.
I know,
I love driving
compared to things like the 250 grand cars. They're a lot more accessible, and you could have those for a lot longer if you wanted to.
Yeah,
because they're less points to take out than something like the DBS.
Absolutely. You picked 2 there. The Vantage is absolutely sensational to drive. And I couldn't believe it when I first drove it, how good it is. It's got so much punch and it looks cool, and it's obviously Bond, the DB10 sort of look. So it's very, you feel very cool when you drive it.
And it's a whole different level to the one that came before.
Yes,
as well.
Which was a nice car, but it was time for something new, and they've certainly ticked that box.
If you're listening to this and you're thinking, I was going to go out and buy a supercar, but actually now I might just go and drive 30 for the same price as probably depreciation would cost for a year, definitely get in touch with you guys.
Yeah, we're always open to membership applications. You can apply through the website. The other thing to mention is this month we're giving away MV Agusta motorbikes with a new special promotion we're doing.
I honestly thought somebody had hacked your Instagram account where it said literally join up to be a member and get a free motorbike worth, what was it, like 16 grand?
Yeah. Yeah, we've had lots of emails asking what the catch is, and there isn't one. It's just that from time to time we do really cool promotions to incentivize people to join us, and we teamed up with MV Agusta. We wanted to pick a really cool brand and something that was really different. For us, it's kind of the Lamborghini of bikes.
Yeah, it's definitely got that look about them.
Yeah, absolutely. We went over and met the guys. So yeah, we've got a special MV Agusta membership. You see it on the website, but if you join, we're gonna give you a bike.
That's amazing, so cool. Because it's that membership is in the £20,000-ish.
Yeah, that membership's 19,950 plus VAT.
So I mean, you're getting a motorbike and a membership of being able to drive these cars for a few grand.
Absolutely,
I mean that's incredible. And because I remember you've done it before with a Bath.
We've done our Bath. We did Hublot watches once.
Yes,
I've had a couple of times. But yeah, we did Fiat 500. I think we did about 60 Fiat 500. So it's pretty cool.
Blimey,
yeah,
it's incredible.
Well, a lot for you guys to think about for sure if you're listening. Craig Williams, thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure, guys.
It's always amazing to come down here. So thank you for the invitation and to see your incredible collection. It's crazy. You leave it 6 months, you come here and you got something new in the showroom.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Please do go and check out Auto Vivendi. We'll leave their link in the description below. Or of course, if you're listening to this podcast, just Google Auto Vivendi. They will come up. And if you become a member, you can come and have a look at this incredible showroom. And you'll probably be here for a party, to which you might see Tim stumbling out the door. God knows
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course. Guys, thank you so much again for listening / watching. If you've been watching this on YouTube, you've probably seen a few cutaways of some of the cars that Auto Vivendi have got in here. So if you are listening to this podcast, please do go and have a look on YouTube and you can have a look at some of the crazy bits of equipment. If you want to hear anyone on this podcast, or you've got somebody that you think might be a really good guest for us, please do let us know. Drop it in the comments below, whether it's a YouTuber or a car manufacturer you'd like us to have a chat with, marketing director at Aston Martin or whoever it might be. Please do let us know. We always love to hear your suggestions. And we'll be back very, very soon, whether that's with more podcasts, with content. Maybe it's with the 1K car challenge.
Yeah,
who knows?
There's some good stuff coming up.
We have some very good stuff coming up. So guys, thank you again for listening / watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Cheers for now.
Bye-bye.